This has to be some of the windiest conditions I've walked in. Hello, and welcome to the first adventure of 2025, and it's going to be a good one. I'm out for 2 days by the Derwent Dam and reservoir. I'll be camping in a wood somewhere tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be camping up at some castles. I'm really looking forward to this first adventure of 2025. I also have a new titanium stove that I'm going to put through its paces tonight. If I can get a bit of a fire going, I'm going to cook some nice big sausages. I could probably camp in there. Here's Derwent Canteen. This is the one place you could drink alcohol in Tin Town. And just over here, you can see directly into where its cellar was. It's getting to that time of day, I need to really start finding a spot. I've got two options. I can either go down this steep bank and camp next to the reservoir to try and be out of sight, but potentially be in view of the road on the other side. Or I can go up into the woods to see if I can find a bit there as well. I'm going to walk a little bit further to see if I can see any good spots. And I'm also just approaching the next dam, which will be the final dam of this trip. I've checked out as far as I wanted to go today, and I've walked too far past some good spots. So now I'm going to head back and I'm going to head up into the forest. I think this will do for tonight. I'm going to quickly set my hammock and tarp up, and then we'll start looking for some wood, I think. Magic. So here's the new wood burning stove. It's quite easy and quick to set up. And just like that, you're good to go. I'm going to fill it up with wood now and get a fire started to cook some sausages. Little ones there, medium ones here, slightly bigger but kind of wet, then bigger, and then I also found some oak as well, so I've got a little bit of oak to use. I'm going to use a little bit of fat wood and the cardboard from the sausages to get this fire started. There we go. And then put that in there. I think it's about time to get some sausages on now. The sausages are almost done. Just another couple of minutes, I think. 6 sizzling sausages sitting in a pan. How many times can you say that fast? 6 sizzling sausages sizzling in a pan. 6 sizzling sausages sizzling in a pan. 6
That'll be twice. Let's have a go at these sausages, shall we? Honey and mustard pork sausages. Very nice. While I'm eating these, I can't help but think of all the good meals that I've been cooking out on these camps. I've had some very nice food. I had some delicious spare ribs recently and stew. That was fantastic. Making mini pizzas on Aaron. This has been a good year. I'm going to enjoy these. Bring you guys back in a little bit. That's all for today. Go back down to the reservoir tomorrow morning, head on around, up the hills, and over to this castles bit, which is going to be really cool. So I'm going to get some sleep now, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. I slept really well last night, right up until the point where one of the guy ropes fell out and a stick landed on my head. Thing I noticed when I was falling asleep, I've forgotten this little thing, which is a little tie-on for the gas canister that I need to use in order to cook food. So my gas canister is rendered useless for this trip. And where I was going to camp tonight, there's not going to be any trees, so having a fire would be quite difficult. It also means that my method of purifying water has gotten a bit harder. I've got 3 litres of water left at the moment, so I will pick some up on the way to the next spot just in case. Perhaps I'll take some wood from here. Good thing about the stove is you don't need lots of wood for it, so that could play in my favour. I'm going to get up, start getting things sorted. Time for some nice cold porridge. While that's soaking up some of the water, I'm going to take down my tarpon hammock. This has actually been quite a nice sheltered spot because the wind is blowing. Let's see how this cold porridge is. Not looking forward to this. I'll tell you what, let's add a bit of honey and a little bit of chocolate powder. On the way here I kept wondering what I was going to forget on this trip. Turns out it was something quite important. It's a bit better, but it's not the best. So today's plan, we're going to go all the way around the reservoir. We're going to head up over the hills, over to some castles, which are 2 rocky outcrops on a little hill. Plan is to camp there, but we'll see how it goes. If it's too windy, I might end up in the woods again anyway. But hopefully we'll get to camp on the castles, which would be pretty cool. Now that that's all sorted, I'm going to go and get some wood that I can take with me. I've got a bunch of these little ones. That's going to be really good at helping start a fire. I've got my bigger sticks. Let's stick these in and get going. Up the hills. On the way, I'm going to tell you a little story about how and why this has all happened. Last year, I set my New Year's resolution to go out camping more and film it. And as it's the new year now, I haven't quite got a New Year's resolution. But if any of you guys have got New Year's resolutions, let me know. Decided to start a YouTube channel about a year ago after realising how much I like doing some other outdoor stuff. I've always liked editing videos, although it used to be for Instagram, just for my sports page. And the past year of these adventures has been absolutely fantastic. I've learned so much, I've done so many new things, I've met new people, it's just been great. The real reason I've got down to doing this is from my true inspiration, I guess. But I'm going to walk on a little bit and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Damn, it's windy.
Welcome to the high peak. So this looks like this is a little bird hide. I'll stop here, we have a little bit of a snack and then continue on up over the hill. Leftover crisps, some sausages from last night, so that'll be lovely. There's a nice view from here as well. Right, that's me refueled, re-energized. I've got about another mile to go till we get to the castles. Let's go. This has to be some of the windiest conditions I've walked in, and I'm walking in the direction of it, which means even less shelter. It's going to be a tough one tonight. It's flipping windy. Woo! This is pure mental. Jeez. Sorry, I try and cover that, but it's blowing a howly. I think we're almost there. I think just over this thing. Oh shit! Jesus man, this has been hard work. It's so windy. I think I've just ran about 2 or 3 miles to try and get out of the wind. And this is the best spot I've got. I'm going to stick my waterproof on and try and keep going a bit further. Alright, there we go. That's a bit better. Oh, fucking hell. That's windy, finally. So now I can bring you back to what I was saying earlier about what's got me into doing this and what's inspired me to do it. I've been brought up doing outdoor stuff, thanks to my dad. We always used to go on outdoor holidays together. He's kind of got me into this a lot more. I mean, the man's a legend himself. He's climbed Mount Everest base camp. He's done Kachunchunga. And just the other month, he did the tour of Mont Blanc solo. Plus, my dad actually joined me on the very first adventure I kind of went on, which was a 40-mile walk, 3-4 nights camping, and it was brilliant. We had some great weather in Scotland, found some really cool new places. So yeah, thanks to my dad for getting me out into this. Far better than being sat inside watching TV. Cheers, Pop. Oh, you won. As for the rest of this trip, we've got a big storm coming in tomorrow, which I'm not too sure I want to wake up to. That wind has exhausted me. I've got no water. I can't use my gas to make a fire. The wood's wet. I think this might be the one I'm gonna call an end to. Plus, while I'm filming this, it is Hogmanay. So if I head back home now, I can go and spend New Year's with some friends, which I think would be quite nice. So I'm gonna keep walking, but that might just be it for this one. I've had an absolute quality time. Apart from the wind up there, Jesus man, I felt like it was gonna blow my mustache off. My eye sockets were popping out. I couldn't stand up straight. It blew me over on the floor. Oh geez, what a magic adventure. If you enjoy these sort of adventures, feel free to subscribe if you want. I'm sorry there's not gonna be a second night camping today, but there's definitely gonna be a lot more in 2025 that I'm really looking forward to. I've got plenty of challenges planned. One of them being I want to walk from one side of Scotland to the other. But yeah, I love this shit. Even when it's terrible, it's still fun. All right, let's get on the road again. Magic.